Okay, now we're really rolling. We made the title, we designed the thumbnail, we wrote the script, we made the voiceover, and we made the video. We poured tons of value into it, tons of love. We edited it and tweaked it perfectly the way that we wanted to, the way that we know that our viewers and subscribers would get the most amount of value from it. And now, the moment of truth, it's time to upload it. So here's how we do it. We come to our YouTube studio. Up in the right-hand corner, there's the create button. We're going to click on that and then click on upload videos. We're going to select our video. And this is just a sample one. Let's utilize all of the knowledge that we gained in the section of the course about writing the title. And let's apply it in this box right here. So it only gives you 100 characters. And remember, the shorter the title, the better. As long as it's clear, concise, and easy to understand for the subconscious mind. So let's take an example title like this. Gaming tips and hacks that will change your life. And just a quick side note, when you have to add the word and, always use the symbol instead of the spelled out word. So gaming tips and hacks that will change your life. Try to capitalize all the words and capitalize the buzzwords and capitalize the buzz phrases, and you're good to go. Short, sweet, straight to the point. Description. You always want to describe exactly what's in the video. And the reason is it's not only for the viewers to know what your video is about, it's also for the metadata of YouTube. The metadata works hand in hand with the algorithm to determine who your video is going to be fed to. So let's say this video covers all of the tips and hacks that one needs to beat Zelda 2.0. I don't even know if that's a game, but let's say Zelda 2.0 is a game. This video covers all the tips and hacks that one needs to beat Zelda 2.0 and rank in the top 1% of players. So after the description, we want to add a subscribe button. And then we want to enter the link that we created earlier with the sub_confirmation equals 1. We want to add that link right here so that people can click on it and immediately subscribe. Maybe you want to put your socials here, Facebook link. You want to put your TikTok link and Instagram link. You can share those with your community and put any other relevant information that you think viewers should pay attention to. But the most important thing in the description is, in fact, the description, which works with the metadata and the algorithm. So once you have your description all written out, just come down to the bottom and upload that thumbnail that you produced and designed before you made the video. Remember, we talked about how the best thing to do is to design the thumbnail and title before we actually make the video. So we're going to upload that. Let's say that this one is our thumbnail. And we can always change our thumbnail if it doesn't work at first. If we're not getting enough views on our video the first week, we can always change the thumbnail and test to see if our second thumbnail actually works better. So playlists, here you can add your video to a certain playlist that you've created on your channel. It's not necessarily something that you need to do every time you upload videos, but it's always good to have. Audience, if it's not made for kids, we've already set this default in the YouTube settings. If it's checked, it's made for kids, then just quickly check, no, it's not made for kids. And click on show more. Paid promotion, you can leave this unchecked. Now, this is new to YouTube. This has to do with artificial intelligence and AI content. So, do any of the following describe your content? Makes a real person appear to say something or do something they didn't say, alters footage of a real event or place, or generates a realistic looking scene that didn't occur. If yes, click yes. If no, then check off no. There's automatic chapters to have the algorithm automatically list your chapters in your description. You can leave that checked. Now, where it says automatic places, I recommend that you turn this off for the simple reason of safety. There can be a lot of weird people out there who want to know exactly where you're filming from or where you've posted the video from. Let's just check it off because of the weirdos out there. You could always leave it on if you want. It's totally up to you. But I personally check this off because I don't want stalkers. I've had stalkers in the past. It's not fun at all. So my advice would just to be uncheck that. Leave automatic concepts on. Now here is a very important section of the video upload process. In this space, you're going to add tags that you found on Keyword Planner with Google or vidIQ. Hopefully, you've already done your research and browsed the vidIQ page and found out the different tags that are relevant to your niche and your video. And if you haven't, please visit the vidIQ page and learn about those types of tags. Also, what you can do here is you can go to a competitor's channel, and if you have the vidIQ extension on your browser, you can copy their tags and you can use their tags as your tags, or you can copy their tags and you can add some of your own tags. But if their video is successful, by all means, go ahead and copy their tags, use their tags, but also add a couple of your own. And if you copy somebody else's tags or if you use your own tags, always make sure to put your channel name inside the tag box. So let's say we're going to put gaming, comma, Xbox. And these are just examples. PS5. And then night, time, gaming. Make sure that you get as close to 500 characters as possible. You can't exceed the 500 character count, but make sure you get as close as possible to 500. Remember, this section is very, very important. This uses your tags to work with the metadata and the algorithm to show your videos to the right kind of audience. It shows your videos to the people who actually want to watch your videos. So make sure that you study the tags, you study vidIQ. And this is a very, very important, I can't stress it enough, guys. This is a very important section. So get to know your tags in and out. Language and caption certification. Hopefully you've chosen your default language in the YouTube settings. And if not, then you can choose it here. We're going to leave the license as a standard YouTube license. We're going to leave this checked, allow embedding, and leave publish to subscriptions feeds and notify subscribers as checked. This option is only if you're uploading videos that don't have to do with your normal content. So if you're uploading a random video, then uncheck this. But if you're uploading videos that are in sync with your normal content that you normally post, then leave that checked. Shorts remixing, allow audio and video remixing. This allows people to take your videos and remix them. And I always recommend that you leave this checked because this is free exposure, guys. This right here is free exposure. If somebody's using your videos, they're basically promoting for free. So I do recommend that you leave this checked. Category, you choose your category here. And maybe you've already chosen it in the YouTube settings, and that's fine. Comments and ratings, absolutely leave comments on for the reasons of the algorithm. The algorithm loves when people comment. When people comment, there's more engagement. When people like or subscribe, there's also more engagement. But the more comments on your video, the more that it tells the algorithm to feed your video to viewers, that viewers are engaged with your video and they're leaving more and more comments because they like your video or they have something to say about your video. So always leave the comments and ratings on. Sort by top, absolutely. Show how many viewers like this video. Leave that on. We're going to click next. Here you can add subtitles. Maybe you've added subtitles already in your video editing program, and that's fine as well. And always add an end screen. So the end screen and the call to action towards the end of the video go hand in hand. So this is where you will add an end screen that shows people where to click. When you ask people to click on a subsequent video at the end of your video, this is where you add that screen. So you basically choose one of these and you arrange them wherever you want. You can erase the logo if you want. You can take this, put it in the center. And down here, you choose which part of the video you want it to start. And it's going to start towards the end. Then you click save. You can add cards, which are basically little notes on your video screen that tells people to click on certain videos or has different calls to action. So you can always add these in your video. I personally don't do this, but you can do it for a little bit extra exposure if you want. Okay. So the next step, it's going to check for copyright issues. This next section is where the YouTube algorithm checks to see if there's any copyright issues with your video. If there's not, you're going to get a little green check. But if there is, you're going to get a red X here. If you do get a red X, it means that there's copyright content found in your video. It's either music or it's visuals or something along those lines. So what you're going to have to do is actually go back to the editor and edit those things out and then re-upload your video and start the process over again. So we're looking for that green check. We're hoping that there's no copyright issues found. Once that's all clear, you can move on to the next. And then here is where we choose the visibility of our video. We can put it to private, unlisted, or public. And of course, I recommend public so that viewers can actually see your video. You can set it as a premiere, where when you set your video as an instant premiere, you and your viewers can watch it together at the same time. You can also schedule your video for a later date. And this is what I usually do with my videos is I schedule them for the next day or the next week, depending on how you want to push your content out. Once that's done, we click schedule or public, publish. Once you published it, it's done. You've officially uploaded your video. Congratulations. Sit back and wait for the views. And hopefully now, if you brought tons of value, your thumbnail's right, your title is on point, your metadata is correct, you should be getting a lot of views. And remember, guys, if you don't get views at first, it's fine. Do not get discouraged. This is the way that YouTube works. Unless you have millions of views, you're not going to get thousands, possibly millions of views within the first couple of days or weeks. Sometimes it takes time for the algorithm to catch your video and put it in front of the viewers that need to see it. Sometimes it takes a week. Sometimes it takes a month. I've seen YouTube creators who posted a video and then a year later, that's when their video takes off and gets millions of views. So it's all dependent on the algorithm and it's all dependent on your metadata and how your metadata works with the algorithm. So don't get discouraged if you post your video and you get no views. Initially, after you post your video, it's a trial period. YouTube takes your video and it shows it to a certain amount of viewers. And this is the test period where it's basically seeing how many likes, how many comments you get, how many shares, how many subscribes you get. It's testing your video to a select portion of viewers, and it's seeing how your video performs with these types of viewers. And if it performs well, your video might get pushed out. And if it performs well, your video might not get pushed out. And then you have to go in and tweak the settings, maybe change the thumbnail, maybe change the title to increase your click-through rate. So you'll get to know all of these steps as you post videos, as you gain more experience with your YouTube channel. But these are just small details that you need to pay attention to when posting and making videos. These are very, very, very important. They might be minor details and they might seem like minor details, but they're actually very important. So let's go back here. Let's exit out of here. When you posted your video will appear right here. And you have your views. In this section, you have how many likes versus dislikes. And you will be the only one who sees people who disliked your video. Because YouTube recently rolled out a feature where they've removed the dislike counter from YouTube videos. I disagree with this. I actually dislike that decision that YouTube made, because it used to be when we go in somebody's channel, we would immediately look at the likes versus dislikes, because the dislikes, the majority of the time, they would tell us if that video is worth watching. For example, if a video got 100 likes and 4,000 dislikes, I would probably click off that video because I know that it's probably not worth my time. And there's always a feature that you can add onto YouTube that brings back the dislike counter. But if you just have a stock YouTube page, you're not going to be able to see the dislikes on a video. So in your YouTube studio, you will be the only one who sees people who disliked your video. There will be a ratio here, a percentage of likes versus dislikes.